Hello, my name is Nastasya Ingga Dewi and my student ID is 2602267583. I'm already choose two audios from the files. So here's the summary of two audios that I've been listening for. The first, I'm gonna talk about the formation of various mountain ranges around the world. The major mountain chains are the Himalayas, the Rockies, the Alps, and the Andes. Also, smaller North American chains, the Appalachian and the Cascade, which do not range around the world holds. The development of these two ranges when compared with development of the Himalayas, Rockies, Andes, and Alps provides a clear overall picture of the evolutionary process of the development of mountain. The tall mountain ranges of today's world were all formed within the last 100 million years. The Rocky Mountains began forming about 100 million years ago and today comprise of 3,300 miles ranges. The Andes began forming about 65 million years ago through volcanic activity. The Andes are actually part of the volcanically active ring of fire that encircles the Pacific Ocean. This range is more than 1,000 miles longer than the Rockies. The Alps and Himalayas are actually part of the same 7,000 miles mountain system. They began forming about 80 million years ago from the crashing action of major tectonic plates. The Appalachian used to be just a big and majestic. The Appalachian began forming more than 400 million years ago and were completely formed 200 million years ago. That's more than 100 million years before the Rocky began forming. The Appalachian were formed during major collision of the North American plates with other of the world great plates. As their height, the Appalachian were a grand and impressive mountain range, perhaps rivaling the Himalayas of today. Over a million years, however, these mountains have been eroded by the forces of nature and no longer have the impressive height they used to. The second audio I choose is historical fiction. Historical fiction is a kind of fiction that tries to portray a certain time period of historical event while adding to or altering the facts to create a storyline. Often the historical event is told through the eyes of a fictional character, and sometimes the historical facts are altered to improve the storyline. One of the finest examples of historical American fiction is the Little House series of books written by Laura Ingalls Wilder. The Little Book begins as a record of the stories Paul told Laura when she was little. When her first book, The Little House in the Big Woods, was a success, Laura Wilder was asked to write a series of stories and not the history of her childhood. The point of you have to understand clearly is that every incident in Laura Wilder's book is true. But Laura did not tell the whole truth, because she wants to write a book appropriate for children. When she did was to leave out events and to all her names that were unpleasant. An example of an event that Laura omitted because it was unpleasant was the life of the fourth English child. The fourth child was a boy named Charles Frederick Ingalls, who died before his first birthday. The life of this child was omitted from her book. Another example shows how Laura changed the name of people portrayed in a bad light. Nellie Olson was a character in the book rather than a real person. This character was based on a composite of two girls in Plum Creek. Nellie Olson and Jenny Masters, two girls who caused Mary and Laura a lot of trouble. Laura didn't want to use the real names of these bothersome girls in her book. From this example, we know that Laura wants her book appropriate for children was make her story a little more pleasant than her life that actually been. Another technique she used to make her stories more appropriate for children was to simplify the storyline. Thank you. Bye.